Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Burkhan Lufenef, the Movement of Equal Opportunities for All. Discrimination is something we all need to understand, and I will give you a number of examples. In 2017, in one of the orphanages in the area of Ferganfa, their children were raped and used for sexual services. Their customers also came from the special forces and the local government. Bloggers shed light on this crime, and the criminals were called to account. But the customers who were part of the government, their names were never publicized. Second example, in July of this year, in Samarkand, the police arrested 2 women. They were delivered to the police precinct. They were stripped. They were beaten. Everything was filmed with a smartphone. And then the video was publicized. All of this was done under the pressure of bloggers and human rights defenders.
That has been raised.
Okay.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to clarify, how is this linked to today's topic? A direct link, because discrimination against women, against children is being discussed.
Yes, I recognize that the topic needs to address the subject at hand. I'll remind the participant that the statements do need to reflect the topic. Thank you.
Okay.
So, in an orphanage, if children are raped or violated, they are sexual slaves, that doesn't pertain to our topic, that would be nonsense. Next, I received information in that staff who had disabilities were involved in a forced labor to go and pick cotton.
Another point of order.
Madam Chair, I should like to request that the speaker should return to the topic under discussion so that we can come back to our topic, because other topics have been discussed for 2 weeks. This is not an appropriate recommendation.
I will remind the speaker that the topic does need to reflect comments related to combating racism, xenophobia, intolerance, and discrimination, particularly around mechanisms to address and strengthen comprehensive responses to hate crimes by government and civil society.
Okay.
When people are put on a list to go and pick cotton, these are people who have disabilities, physical disabilities. Madam Chair, I think it is inappropriate to continue to raise points of order to try to return the speaker to the discussion of the topic for today's session. For 2 weeks, we have been discussing these topics, and I believe that this presenter already had the opportunity to speak on this topic. And so I think that after the 3rd time of raising a point of order, I think we really need to come back to the topic.
One moment, please. I'll ask the speaker to immediately address the topic at hand, and if this is the last warning, so if the comments do not address the topic, I will pass the floor to the next speaker. Thank you.
Fine. Let's go on to statistics. So for the past year and a half, over 33,000 people in Uzbekistan obtained Russian citizenship. 4 to 6 million people, citizens of Uzbekistan, are labor migrants who earn a pittance. over 100,000 Muslims were forced to leave their homeland, Uzbekistan, and now are in forced migration in the Middle East and Turkey and in other countries of the world. In other words, in their own countries, they do not have the right to realize themselves and their opportunities and to follow their religious beliefs. They can't come back home. But at the same time, there are people in the country who are being sought by Interpol. Madam Chair. Well, there have been warnings, there have been explanations about the topic we are here to discuss today, which is the topic on the agenda.
The speaker is discussing the topic at hand, so I will ask the speaker to make a concluding remark as your time is now concluded.
Okay.
Fine. Gafur Rahimov is on the sanctions list of the Ministry of Finance of the U.S. He is accused of being part of an international criminal group. Uzbekistan is taking back this citizen. Other people who are in Canada, Norway, and the U.S., they are not taken back. There's xenophobia in Uzbekistan. That is spreading fear and hatred of one's own people. I have finished. Thank you.